Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Diane here at Scraps to Crafts, and I know it's been a while. Life seems to get in the way and I can't get to my crafting like I want to, but I'm going to try and get back into it a little bit more. And so I wanted to start out with this video showing you, because I did some shorts of showing you these little soft cover journals that I made with envelopes, and I wanted to give you a little tutorial on how to put these together. They're so easy, simple, I'd say pretty beginner friendly. And let me show you real quick. This one here is what you end up with once you get your envelopes all put together and it all decorated. Of course, I put a little flower on the front of this, but basically you have a journal here that has some little pockets here and there. You put lace on here. You don't have to put lace on there. This whole thing is just envelopes. The whole journal cover itself is envelopes glued together. And then I put some lace here on the spine of it. So you just go and you just cut out all your papers and all your little pages that you're going to put on your booklet. Now you can make these any size envelopes that you have. You can do these with bigger envelopes than this. I like this as kind of a medium-sized envelope. Let me see, what size are these? They are about about 5.5 by 4.5 envelopes. These are just plain white envelopes, and then of course I got a lot of digitals and scrapbook paper I used in this one, and there's a lot of plain pages you can add things to, paper clipping, a lot of things to these. I just love the way this looks, and the colors and that. And I put some pockets in here too. And what I'm going to show you something a little different with the one I'm going to show you that we're going to put together and make. I'm going to show you something a little different that's kind of fun. But anyway, this is the kind of, I would say, the prototype. And it has all these little tags and little journaling cards, and you can use your imagination and put whatever you want in these. You can put pictures, you can put all kinds of little tuck spots. You can just use your imagination and, like I say, make it your own. And I just wanted to kind of give you kind of the base of how I do the cover, and I'm going to put one together and show you it put together also. But this is basically what we're doing here. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start first with envelopes. Here's these envelopes, just basic envelopes. I'd say these are like invitation envelopes. I got these at a thrift store, so they cost me barely anything. And I went ahead and I like the inking around the edges. I have a little space when I cut my papers that I glue down. I have a little space around the edges, so I like to ink around the edge. I like that look. And I do both sides of these envelopes, and I did all of these, and I have, I believe, 8 envelopes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're going to take these envelopes, and you're going to, after you've got them all, if you want to ink it, you don't have to ink them, but after you've got them all inked, you're going to just kind of put them in a pile with all of these flaps to one direction. You see that I have all the flaps laying in one direction like that. And so what we're going to do is, this is going to make our cover. very, very simple. We're going to open this up, and we're going to just put some glue on this flap, just the flap here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to just glue that flap all to the edge and a little bit in the middle there. And let me grab my little rag here because I can see I got a little glue there. I don't want that here. Now we're going to take our next envelope, and we're just going to put it right up and fold it right up against that. And we're going to just flatten that down. Make sure that it's all nice and even, and just smash it down. And so there we go. This will be the first page. Now for the next page, we're going to just go ahead and glue on that flap. I hope the lighting is okay here and you can see okay. Just the flap, go along the edge a little bit there. Be careful if you have any glue oozing out, because you don't want them to stick, the pages to stick together, but I'll show you what I do when I'm drying this. And then we're going to take this next page and bring it up, straighten it out, make it even, lay it flat, and just press it down. Okay. Now, what I want to show you here real quick is something that I didn't do on my other ones. Is this one here, I decided I wanted to make a pocket. So I took and I cut just a very, very sliver along the edge here. And just a sliver here, and it makes an outside pocket here that goes to the outside of the journal here. And I'll show you what I do when I put the pages down, and I'm going to cut out a little thumb hole, and I'll show you what I do there. But anyway, just cut right along the bottom of that envelope. I cut a little sliver off, and then I inked it up so you can't even tell. And these little corners here, they might come up a little bit once you cut that. Just put a little dab of glue under there, under those corners, and squish those down so you have those corners nice and secure there. So okay, we're going to go to the next one. Put our glue along the flap here, and use whatever glues you like to use. I use my Tom Bomano glue, but you use whatever glue is what you like to use, your favorite. So before that sets, you want to kind of get that all like your deck of cards. You're just getting them all even, all those edges even. Press that down. Now we got our flap here. We're going to go ahead and glue this one. We're going to get that all evened up on those edges and give it a little press. If you get off a little bit on them, no big deal. We're going to have enough stuff on here, edges. We're going to put some edging. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the uniqueness of junk journals. They're not all perfect. They don't have to be perfect. But those of you out there that do like, you just can't get past that perfect thing, you can absolutely work with it and make it exactly the way you want it. But I don't think it matters. Whatever works for you. Just want you to have fun and enjoy making these. So let's see, did I do another? Yes, right here I did another little side pocket that I had cut. So remember, when you cut that little sliver off that bottom of that envelope, that these little pieces on the corner will come up a little bit, and you'll just need to put a little glue on there and make sure that it stays down. So here we are in the next one. Remember, we're just gluing the flaps of the envelope. Put it on there. Give it a little press. And now we're to the last one here. And we're going to just go ahead and glue that flap. And then we're going to even that all up and just give it a good press. Okay, now you can see we have just this one flap left on the back. This is the back, this is the front. We've got all our pages. We want to, sometimes that glue wants to stick a little because of the envelope. The wet glue will where that adhesive is just naturally on those envelopes there. So you want to pull those apart, and this is what I usually do before I go any further, is I will set this up just like this. Just set it up, give it a few minutes and let it dry good. Just let it sit there and dry, and that will make sure you don't have your pages sticking together. I'm going to zoom you out just a little bit so you can see that. So I just let that sit and let it dry that way. Once that is dry, this last little flap here, we're going to be folding that around to the back and to the front, and that is going to make this little binding across your spine. It's just so. Let me do that again. We have our last flap here. We have all of our, this is our spine here. And you don't have to ink the spine, but when I'm inking, I just ink everything up just so I have it there. But we're going to take this, and it's going to come around, and it's just going to be glued here. So we're going to take our glue, and we're going to put it all along this side of the flap, just this side of this envelope flap. If you want to put a little along the spine, you can. That's up to you, but I think the flap itself will hold it. You can see we just press that down, press it down, give it a little time to dry. Now this is going to all be covered. This is the back of the journal, and this is all going to be covered, so don't worry about you seeing that right now. And let's see how these pages are doing. That one still wants to stick a little. So like I said, open it up, open those all up, and let it sit for a minute and let those dry. And when you're using a wet glue, I mean, you could try using a stick glue, but I think the wet glues hold better. So this is what you'll have. You let it sit and let it dry, and then you can go on to your decorating of your journal. But you can see the back, that piece that flips around. So I hope that that was easy to understand. If you have any questions, go ahead and send them to me, but I'm gonna show you some decorating here in a minute. But you can see that we've got all our pages, and then we have a couple of these pages that have pockets on the towards the outside. And then we're going to go in and we're going to do our edging. I put lace on a few of the pages, and I'll show you in just a minute one that I have done, already put the lace on. And I only do just a few pages with lace, and then I cover those all with the decorated paper that I like. You can do any theme you'd like. I did a sunflower theme. I think I did a short on a Western themed one like this. It's endless. You can do so many different little themes, and they're just so cute, and they can be used just like the larger journals can. You put those journaling cards inside of them, and you can journal in them. Pictures, use them as memory books and that kind of thing too. So anyway, this is the base of these envelope journals, and that is an easy way of just putting those envelope journals together. And you know, another thing before I forget, I wanted to tell you that you can take small envelopes and glue them to the edge and have them flap inside, and then you'll have some envelopes that come out. I've seen envelope journals that have all these flips on them, and you can add flips to these very easily also. So anyway, that is the base. I'm going to go ahead and set that aside and bring in one that I've worked on more here. Get my glue out of the way. And my sister Terry will love these colors. There's some flowery, antique colors, but I did my gray inking, used the same envelopes. And what I do, first of all, I go in and I put my lace on the pages that I want. I know, like I said, I only did about 3, so I went ahead and I glued the lace along the edge. Put some there, put some along this page here, and then I got one more page that I put some lace on. And I went ahead and I worked ahead a little bit here to show you that I've cut out my pages, and I cut them just a little bit smaller than my envelopes, and I glue them down. And I get a page of decorated paper for each page, so it ends up, you know, we've got 8 envelopes. It ends up being 16 that you cut out. And you can use whatever paper you want. I used cardstock here. It's a little heavier. Some was printable, some was just cardstock, scrapbooking paper that I had bought. I got some plain ones in here too. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show you. I like to add a few pockets. Let's see. This is the back. Let's go to the back here first. I want to show you this one here. This is one where I actually cut across the top edge of the envelope to make a pocket. So this will make a pocket right down through here. And you can see this is open here where this pocket's going to go. I just glued that one little edge there, but this pocket's going to go this way. And so when you glue your page down on here, you want to make sure that you are not gluing over all of this, or you will not have that opening that you want right there. So we're going to go ahead, and on this one, I'm just going to glue on here. And what I do is I just put a little glue along here, and then across the edges, and all through here on the envelope where you do not have the opening where the pocket is. And then you just need a little bit run down the edge here to close off that pocket on the edge there. Not that anything's going to fall through there, but just in case. And then you take your decorative paper, your scrapbook paper, and you go ahead and glue that on down. And just give it a good press there. And since I have that pocket there at the top, I'm going to cut me a little circle, a little thumb hole right here with my, I actually got 1.5 inch here, circle here. And I'm going to slip in there and get that cut. Just cut out that little, press that down good. And of course I'll probably ink a little bit around this edge here and maybe back in the back. You can see, so that I just like that look. I like the look of the inking. So there we have our pocket where we can put a tag or something, and give that a little time to glue, and then I'll show you put something in there. I went ahead and glued my pages down on here, and I like to put a little belly band in here, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little belly band right here. So I like to have some little tuck spots, and I just wanted to, you know, give you some ideas. You can, I'm sure, come up with lots of ideas, but this will help you with a few easy ideas when you're making this little journal. Whoops. So we'll go ahead and, okay, there we go. So we got the belly band. I'm going to go ahead and let that dry. Now this here, I have a little side pocket that I cut out. You can see these side pockets are really easy. You just cut them the same length of your colored paper here, and whatever width you want. You don't want too wide, so you'll be able to slide things in and out of it. Made a little finger hole there. And we're only going to glue on 3 sides here, so I'm going to go around to the edge. And glue that down. And you know, this is all up to you. You don't have to have all these pockets in here. You know, just paper clipping little goodies inside these little journals is really cute, and I like the way that looks also, so you can do that too. Okay, I glued this one down, glued this one down. Now this one has a side pocket, and I wanted to show you. This is one like I showed you that I just cut that little sliver off the edge there, and it has a side pocket into the journal. Now this is another place where we do not want to glue in here, because if we glue in here and glue our paper down here, then we're gonna have less space in our pocket. And you want your full space in your pocket. So I'm just going to go around those edges there and glue around. And I have to remember I have a little edge. These papers are cut a little bit smaller than my page. So I'm going to make sure I don't go all the way to the edge, but if I need to add a little after we've laid this down, we can. And then I'm going to go ahead and just going to go ahead and glue along the bottom edge here towards the middle of the spine. And go ahead and lay that down. So once that dries and you feel like you might need, your edges are coming up on your corners, go ahead and add a little glue, dab a glue under the edge there. But this is again where I'm going to go ahead and put in me a little thumb hole, little cutout right there in the center. Just, I like the looks of it, and I just so that you know that there's a little pocket there. So I'll go ahead and put a little bit of my inking that I like. I like that inking look. Okay. And so there, we got that done. And then I got this little pocket here cut out. And again, these are just up to you, how wide you want them or narrow you want them. And it's just a little bottom pocket here that I was going to put on this page. Just cut it out, same width, added a little finger hole there, and just go around the 3 edges with glue. And glue that on down. That glue gives me a little bit of leeway to wiggle room so that I can move it. So I'm going to check and make sure I'm not sticking to other pages. Looks like everything's doing well. And so there we have the next set of pages. And then I wanted to show you just right here, I'm doing just a plain page that I had printed off. I might do that. Let's see. I think I'll do it this way. And when I'm doing these, I just go around the edges, all the way around the edges of the paper. And remember, these are cut out just a little bit smaller than the size of the envelope, so I have a little edging around the envelope. A little glue in there. I haven't had any problems with this glue. It holds pretty well. And so I go in there and so you can see that the inking around the edges just kind of fills in and adds to the page. This is a little vintage. The roses and the pinks. My sister, hi Terry, she loves the pink flowers. Then we'll go to the next. This one I already glued down. We'll go to the next one. These two I have. I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. Down to the edges. A little bit in the middle, just make sure it's going to be secure. And I kind of like to put a plain color in there somewhere in my little journals. Sometimes I'll just leave them plain for whoever's going to be the recipient of that journal. They can do what they want with that page. Same goes on this other side here. Glue around the edges. Fill in a little bit in the middle. And lay that down. Just give it a little press. And now we're on our first 2 inside pages here. I love these digitals, and I don't remember the name of where I got them, but I will look and try to get that added to this video so you can see where I pick up a lot of my digitals. I just love some of these colors, and I like the blacks along with the pinks and roses. I think they go really well together. Use any kind of lace you like, or you can even use rickrack or ribbon, whatever you like around on your page edges. And then this one here, I'm going to go ahead and put this, another little pocket here, little bottom pocket. And put that right there along the bottom. There we go. We'll press, make sure it's glued down. And now the inside page, the very first inside page, is just another scrapbook. Probably another piece digital. Some of these are scrapbooks, some of these are digital. I think this is digital. And then we'll lay that on down. Give it a press. Give that a press. Okay, now we're to the front. So I've got all my pages in here. Everything is glued down. Check and make sure I don't have any that are sticking. You never know, or you can always go back and check to see if you have any edges sticking up. It looks like that's. And when I put this lace in, I usually use my Fabrifix or Fabri-Tac glue to put the lace down. I feel like it's a little stronger, but that's up to you. I think my other glue would probably work pretty well with it too. So now the front, I'm going to go ahead and stay with the same theme. This cute little vintage type collage that I printed off the digital. Go ahead and just go on around, just like on the pages. And remember that when you are decorating your front, you can do whatever you want. You can put a cluster on the front, you can put flowers on the front, you can use buttons, you can use pictures, labels. I always like to do a little cluster with a word. You just press that down. I hope you're seeing how easy this is. And I just grabbed these few little things. This has some little wordage. This came from another digital here, and I'm gonna just put that probably right about here. I don't want it to look too busy. I was having trouble with that, but I'm gonna go ahead and glue that down. I'm just gonna make a little collage here on the front. Press that down. And then I have this this little label here. I think I'll go ahead and just kind of put that off a little bit. And glue that down. Right there. And then this little wordage, it says simple pleasures. I'm gonna just glue that down, and I think I'll put that over a little bit off-centered. I kind of like the collagey look. But gosh, you can add buttons and flowers and stamps and stickers, whatever you want. This is a little has a little busy look to it, so I didn't want to put too much on it. But anyway, there is your journal pages pretty much all glued. A little sticky there, so make sure you go through it every now and then and make sure you're not sticking together. And now I'm going to do my spine here, and to do the spine I just take a little piece of lace and I'm going to glue that right around the edge of the spine. So I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix here. This glue, I just like it a little better for holding and fabric or laces. And I'm just going to put some glue right along the edges. This is more of a thicker glue. Put some right along the edge of my spine and then around the back. Glue that down in there. And now I'm going to take that lace, find the right side here, and I made it a little bit bigger so I can cut the edges, even up the edges. And I'm just going to put that along that edge. Lace, you know, and all those holes, you're always going to have some sticky glue on your fingers. I'm going to press that down. And press that down, and if you feel like you need to, you can set this up, lean it up against something, and let that dry. You can open this up and just set it like that and let that dry. And let that sit for just a second there. And then I'm going to trim up my edges here, but let's let that dry for a bit. I'm going to grab some of the little goodies that I have that I'm going to be putting in real quick. I just did some little tags. This I just put some washi tape. This is the big one so that it can go in a big pocket. This is a little envelope, and I've made those on a video. And these are tagged, another smaller tag. Here's a little tag. I love this gingham ribbon. Found that at Hobby Lobby. This one has 3 tags that I put together as a little tag, and then medium size, and then a little larger tag. And I'm going to add there. So, all right, let's go ahead. Looks like it's starting to dry pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and trim up this lace. Go on this side here. Be careful not to cut your journal. But if you do, oh well, little glue will help a lot of things. Okay. So there we have it. It's pretty much done. Now we're just going to add all our fun little goodies that we have in our pockets. So I can take some of these little things that I've got here and slide them in the pockets. So that there. This here is a blank page, which I like to leave blank, and I'm going to take probably this here and just use a paper clip. And I had another idea. You can put beads and dangles on these clips, and they'll really add to this too. So that's another idea. This side over here we can put, well, don't have another. Let's put this little card here. It's blank on the back. It can be used for journaling. Stick that in there. This is the pocket here. So let's see. Let's put Let's put, oh gosh, trying to decide. I'd like to put something taller in that pocket that's maybe sticking out, but I want that one for something else. So I'm going to go ahead and put this little envelope in here for now. I'm just going to paper clip it on there. But you can add taller tags that are sticking out with the ribbon. That always looks cute and it adds to it. This one here, I'm going to go ahead and put this one that has the 3 tags. This little side pocket here, I would put another little journaling card in here. You know, it's over here, I might put another paper clip, something to that. Then we got our little belly band here. We can add something inside the belly band. I would put another journaling card inside that belly band. Here's a tall pocket where a bigger tag can go and it sticks out the top. Yeah, I would put probably something that you could write on here for journaling on, a softer paper that you can fold up underneath that belly band. But use your imagination, put what you want in there. I would probably make some more tags for this one here and that stick out with the ribbon at the top. That's always looks cute too. So let's see, let's put this little one inside this little side pocket. And there we have it, it's done. Got all these cute little ribbons sticking out of the top. I love that. Gosh, use your imagination and make this your own. Have a lot of fun in doing this. What I do is I just take a piece of ribbon and just tie it around the edge. I think I might take some of that gingham, tie it around to close it off. It really adds to it. Let's see, where did I put that? Right here. I want to show you really quick how that looks. Really, it really does. The black just really looks really cute on that pink. I just like that way that looks. So there you go. There is your little envelope journal, and simple, easy to do. I hope you'll all go out and try this and create it, and send me some feedback and let me know if you have any questions. Give me a thumbs up, and have fun out there crafting. I'll see you next time. I'm getting involved in a collaboration starting right after this. I'm going to be working on a collaboration with Jessica at Paper Terrace, if any of you know her, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So watch for me on my next video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.